Alright, so part 5. I fought that girl. It was very unskilled. It was very emotional. It was an emotional strike back. And I've always regretted what I did to her, although it was a response to her hitting me first. Knowing everything that I know now, and even having some of the skills, physical de-escalation skills, and even a little bit of being able to having to physically subdue a person, and knowing how to do some of that stuff. If I could go back and do it again, if she hit me, I would have never responded like that. I would have definitely pinned her butt down. But I think I would have just tried to do some sort of hold or something just to be able to get away. Just do something to put her down and get away. But I mean, again, I'm a child. I'm a freshman in high school. I know nothing about nothing, and I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't even have to be put in a situation to know any of that stuff. And she should have never put her hands on me. I don't know if she ever got in trouble. So fast forward to the other thing of me getting put out of school because I did have a knife. And again, I say, and I've never used a knife or a gun ever. I don't agree with it. I do agree with protecting yourself. I do agree with having a weapon to protect yourself if you were in that situation. And I was. These girls were already putting their hands on me, and there was a very credible threat that they were going to jump me. And I've seen, oh my God, have you ever been in situations where you've seen packs of wild hyenas? As a matter of fact, there's a child a couple days ago in Oklahoma who got jumped in a bathroom and killed. I don't know that baby's name, and if you do know it, wherever you're at, drop it in the comments. Because school bullying on a big level is real, and I was afraid that could happen to me. So I get expelled. I have to study at home. That was actually the year that I had the best grades ever after that, ironically. But my father, his response was, he was so disgusted and embarrassed. He never showed care. Why did you have this knife at school? All it was the very first thing he said to me. This was my first time ever hearing him drop a really serious curse word. I didn't even know he talked like this. And I remember the first time when we got home, I was completely shocked. I thought maybe I'll be grounded, something like that. It was shock and awe and terror what he did to me. And it broke something in me that I can't describe. And I think it broke all of my confidence in him. And maybe that was what planted the seed that made me hate men. When we got home, I don't know where, I think my mother was at work. Thank God my brothers weren't there. And I don't think that they know this ever happened. But we got home, and the very first thing he said to me, which shocked the hell out of me, really, because I've never heard him talk like this before. He said, "You really effed up now." And he actually said the word, "You really effed up now." I had never heard him cuss ever, besides maybe saying hell. And I'm looking at this man, and in that moment, he was a monster. I didn't know who the hell this person was looking back at me. He said a bunch of things that were just really, really mean, and I don't remember what he said, but I remember it was nothing but condemnation. It was blame. It's like I was looking at a devil. I swear to God. I didn't know who the hell this man was. He was not my father. He was yelling at me, and then he began beating the living shit out of me. I was a freshman in college. My biggest weight before, unfortunately, losing this pregnancy loss a couple years ago, back then, I wasn't even 100. Even in my 30s, I was still maybe 120, 125. Even after having 4 kids, I was 125. When I moved here in 2019, I was still 125. The only reason why I'm 150 now is because Ashley Man will make you fat. And I was settled with that man for so many years, and he changed everything, including my eating habits. So I'm struggling to get back down to my normal regular weight, which is 125. I miss it. So that just tells you, as a freshman in high school, how little I was. And the reason why I'm saying this is because this man is, my father. He's 6 foot. He had to be close to 200 pounds then. So built pretty well. He was, and he was a military man. He kept picking me up and tossing me like a Raggedy Ann doll. Interestingly enough, another man wound up doing that to me years later. A man that I was dating, his nickname Dre, and we'll talk about that later. He did the same exact thing to me, and when he did it, he damn near killed me. He broke my jaw in 2 different places, and I had a concussion. And I really believe that he intended to kill me, and I think he thought that he did. But we'll talk about that later. So I'm a freshman in high school. I got expelled for the year. I was actually, I was a sophomore when this happened. I was a sophomore because I was a sophomore class vice president. That's right. And then I get put out for bringing a knife to school, and for admitting that I had a knife and telling them why. And I was very vocal about it. I've been saying to everybody, these girls have been bullying me for well over a year now. It keeps getting worse. I heard I'm going to get jumped, and I am scared for my life. And it still didn't end well for me, but hey, it got me out of school away from them for a while, so I guess it did. So my dad's picking me up, and he is literally picking me up, throwing me from one couch, throwing me to another couch, throwing me into the wall. And as he's throwing me, there's like a cadence to when Black people do spankings, and this was not a spanking at all. This wasn't even a beating. This was something else. Like, I don't know what to call this. But there's a cadence, in Black homes back in the day when you're spanking somebody. I told you not to, something almost like a damn song. I don't know where that came from, but that's what was happening as he's throwing me, like tossing me. And I'm thinking to myself, this man is a total nut job. He's a total demon. Back and forth and back and forth. And I also remember me losing my sense of control over my body. Whenever someone says beat the shit out of you, that's a real thing. That's a real thing, and that is what he did to me. And when he was done, I just remember getting in the car with him. Now, I want to make sure I've got this right, because I'm not sure if this happened in Hobart or if this happened in Ardmore, or if this happened both times. Because there was another time where, this did happen in Hobart. That's right. Something else happened in Ardmore. So I got in the car with him. He drove out to the middle of, I don't know where, somewhere in the country, and he told me to get out. Like I'm a dog. He put me out of the car in the middle of nowhere, like I'm a dog. And another relative recently did this to his child in my family as well. Habits that show up again and again and again because it's vibrational, it's spiritual, and these are curses that have to be broken. I remember getting out of the car and feeling very despondent, very detached from myself, very detached from him. I can't say at that moment that I felt any hatred, I don't know, I was somewhere else. I also remember that there was someone else that was coming down the road, and my intention was to stop that person and get in the car with whoever the hell it was and just ask them to take me anywhere, to please take me to a hospital, please take me to a police station. I didn't know what I was going to do next. I just knew that I didn't care. I knew I did not need to go home. And he came back around and he said, "Get in the car." And I said, "I'm not going anywhere with you." Like exactly those words. And there was some back and forth, and I got in the car and I went home. I don't know if my mother ever knew that happened. I don't know if I ever told her. But that was his response to me creating more trouble in the home.